What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live show. I'm coming to you live on location from Los Angeles, California. I'm right next to LAX. I'm within a mile from LAX, and I find that to be pretty fortunate. I'm here in Los Angeles for a conference, a YouTube conference called VidSummit, and it is super convenient that they're having it at the hotel next to the airport. Just a real easy travel day, I guess, and I'm looking forward to just being able to go back and forth to the room. But big shout out to everybody here. My Jenny B, of course, she's not here by my side. She is in the chat. Make sure everybody gives some love to Jenny B in the chat. Jenny B, I miss you, baby. I'll be home in just a few days. But it's been an interesting few days. I haven't been to Las Vegas in 10 years, and I think it's 10 years. And Las Vegas made me realize that I was 50 years old. I'll tell some Las Vegas stories. Of course, we'll talk about what's going on here in Los Angeles, and we want to talk cruising. So there's not going to be a show tomorrow night. My conference starts tomorrow night, so I wanted to come on and give you guys, we just want to make sure that we connected this week and talk cruising and everything and all the things that are going on like that. A big shout out to Lisa Lester. Thank you for the very kind super chat coming in before the show. I appreciate all that you and Jenny do, keeping us informed. And then also a big shout out to Larry Thomas. Thank you, Larry, for the kind super chat. What's up, everybody? What do you want to know? Let me give you just a little blow by blow. There's a lot of people in the chat that I got to meet this weekend. I'll just say the highlight of the weekend was being able to meet people that I've only known virtually, being able to, shake a hand, give a hug, be face-to-face with people that I've only known virtually for many years. It blew my mind. Honestly, it just blew my mind. But the way it all began is, of course, the ship show. John is in the house tonight. John, I hope you got home. I saw you were switching cars and driving around. And Jamie, I don't know if Jamie's home yet or not, but so the whole deal was John and Jamie, the ship show, Sharing at Sea Travel, having a meetup in Florida. It's like in Las Vegas. It's their second annual meetup. And because I was going to this conference, I'm like, well, I could take a few extra days and go to this meetup. And so that's what I did. So I booked some crazy three-legged flight, like I flew from Tampa to Las Vegas, and now Las Vegas to Los Angeles, and then I'll be going from Los Angeles back to Tampa. And I did that all 4 days after I came back from Alaska. So 4 days before I left for Las Vegas, I was in Seattle. And so my body is all jacked up. But I didn't want to go 3 weeks without seeing my beautiful bride, so I went home for 4 days. But it all started, at least the Vegas adventure, last Thursday night. We were having this conversation. My flight was so early leaving Tampa, I had to be at the airport at like 5 a.m. because I had a 7 o'clock flight. And so Jenny and I were trying to decide whether to get up at like 3 or 4 in the morning and drive the 50 minutes to the airport, or should we get a hotel room by the airport. That's what we did. Went over and it was cool. We used some points. We got a free room next to the airport, or it was like $20 or $30. And the goal was just to get up, and Jenny was going to drop me off at the airport. But circumstances as it were, we weren't able to use the hotel room for the way that we wanted. Don't anybody think anything poorly, because that's not the challenge. It was really about the internet and being able to get some work done on that Thursday night. And so Jenny went home on the Thursday night, and so I took an Uber and I was concerned, was I going to be able to get an Uber at 4 in the morning to the airport in Tampa? Well, I certainly did. That worked out well. It was the easiest thing. I was about 8 minutes from the airport, and I ended up in the Tampa airport at 5 a.m. So this is important. I was up at 4:30 Eastern. I was up at 4 Eastern, and then I was at the airport at 5 Eastern, and then I got to Las Vegas, and with the time change, I got to Las Vegas like at 10:30. And so I went and got checked in our room, and then I was waiting for John and Jamie to come. So I'm going to jump in the chat and answer some questions, but let me just give you the lay of Friday night. I can go through it blow by blow, but at the end of Friday night, I did not go to sleep until like 2:30 Las Vegas time. So if you put the time change back in it, the old out of shape old man did Vegas for about 25 hours. And I walked 16,000 steps that day. And that began a weekend of challenging pain, but also a weekend of wonderful time. So let me say hello to some people. I see the Blue Crew is in the house. What's going on, Chuck? What's going on, Slinky? What's going on, Matt? Today's Ellen Huffnell. Hey, girl. Ellen from Pennsylvania. Longtime Loca fam. dear to our heart. It's her birthday. Hey, girl, Ellen, we love you. Happy, happy birthday. How about that? Everybody tell Ellen happy birthday. I'm not sure who else is here from the Blue Crew, the Jenny B Show. She is my Blue Crew. Tinkerbell's here. What's going on, Tinkerbell? I was just swinging through seeing who was here. But yeah, so that's the beginning of it. Where do you guys want me to go? Do you want to hear more about Vegas? Do you have questions? If you do have a question, or if you're new, as I'm looking over into the chat, just type question in capital letters, or just type new, and I'll try to say hello. I'm at the bottom of the chat right now. Here's the thing. So I was so excited when I got to the hotel here today because there's a full, legit, big Starbucks. Like, it looks like a Starbucks. Like, it's not like some hotel version of a Starbucks. It's a legit, I'm going to say legit 8 times. It's a legit. It's a legit Starbucks. And so I was so excited. I'm going to go live. I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to get a big old coffee for the live show. It closed at 2 o'clock. What kind of Starbucks in a hotel closes at 2 p.m.? I slept through it. How about that? Now, okay. So what is happening, everybody, in the chat? A lot of happy birthdays for Ellen. Let me say this. It was well worth the wait. It wasn't worth the wait. I hated that it took so long, but John and Jamie and I, so I got to know John a little bit on Adventure of the Seas as we cruised together for a week. You live with somebody for a week, you build a little bit of a bond, and so John and I decided that we were going to room together in Las Vegas, but we had a 2-room suite with Jamie from Sharon at Sea, and by 2-room suite, I mean we had an adjoining room that we left the door open on, so that's like a 2-room suite. But, I've known Jamie for as long as we've been doing YouTube, and we've had a connection, but we've never met face to face. It was like somebody that I had known all my life. Like we picked up on Friday, and the 3 of us running around Las Vegas, it was like we were old friends. And that's the most special kind of thing that you can have when somebody that you've never really met, all of a sudden you realize I got a friend, and it was very cool. So that's the first thing. Chuck Spencer, thank you so much for the super chat. Anything particular you hope to learn at the conference? Yeah, so there's a lot of great sessions. If you want to see some of this, like the layout and the people that are going to be here, you can just go to VidSummit.com. It'll show you all the schedule, and it'll show you like each time frame. You get like 1 or 2 people. You can go to a breakout session. So there's going to be keynote speakers, like a big speaking thing. This is hosted by. So this VidSummit was purchased by Mr. Beast, who is probably one of the fastest growing YouTubers. I think he's got 70 million subscribers. He's trying to chase down PewDiePie, who's got the most subscribers. Mr. Beast does a lot of interesting stuff, but he's really a great YouTuber. Now, he works with the guy who started VidSummit, Daryl Eves. He's kind of a YouTube guru, a marketing guru, an online marketing guru. And so they're hosting the conference. So at some point they're going to have a keynote. Mr. Beast is going to speak. This guy, Mark Roper, I don't know if you guys have seen the video on YouTube where the guy makes the glitter bomb to catch package thieves. Mark Roper is an ex-engineer at NASA. I'm getting excited about all these guys. But anyways, go look at the lineup. There's a lot of breakout sessions. A couple things that I want to learn, how to build a team. Now that that we're scaling up and getting bigger, how do we build a team so that we can do things that are free up bandwidth for us to do more creative things? How do we get some of the administrative things taken care of and really bring a team on board? I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to information on like accounting, just some of the nuts and bolts type stuff. But I'm also looking forward to, how do you make micro content? It's a great question, but that's some of the stuff I hope to learn. Thank you, Chuck, for the super chat. Super chat. Yeah, Karen, Mark Roper is so freaking cool. If you want to see a cool YouTuber who really gives back, I mean, Mr. Beast gives back to a lot of people, and he's done a lot of very benevolent things, but Mark Roper does some really special things, especially for like kids that are challenged, and you got to check it out. Let's see, you hear anything on what they need in order to lose the testing before going on a cruise? Is that ever going to go away? Yeah, I don't know. I think at some point they would like the testing to go away, but I think it's going to have to be receding of the Delta variant. I think, maybe, I haven't really followed the news. I'm not sure what's going on with the booster, but if you see vaccination rates go up, if you see a lot of people get booster, if you see a decline in the Delta variant, I think that you might see. To me, I think testing's almost more. It's not more important, but I like that. The fact that they're going to test before we all go to this conference, I think is a wonderful thing, because we know that even if you're vaccinated, you can still get the virus. You can have a breakthrough case, and so testing is good. They just need to make it more convenient. So, like for me, it's super convenient. I just go down tomorrow and get tested. I don't have to pay for it. I just give them this piece of paper. I got my piece of paper printed out. If that's the way cruising would work, that wouldn't be that big a deal. I think the reason we don't like testing is because it's a pain, right? To try to get it within 2 days. But yeah, I think testing will be around for a while. Let's see. Mr. Beast does some crazy stuff. What is the last thing I saw him do? There was like maybe 100 people in a circle, and the last person to leave the circle he gave $1 million to, and people were in the circle for like a long time. It's really interesting. He does a really great job of encouraging you to watch the video all the way to the end. Like if you're trying to appease the YouTube robots, you want people to watch the video as long as possible. And Mr. Beast does a great job of getting people to watch the video as long as possible. Jay Mockingbird, since your birthday, how are you holding up with all of these back-to-back events you're doing? You ready for 10:30? I'm doing pretty good now. Again, I could have been in better physical shape for Las Vegas. I mean, 16,000 steps one day, 12,000 steps the next day, and like an 8,000 steps a day. And my feet were really hurting. My feet, my legs, and my hips. That's a lot of walking when you're really my size. And, I just was pounding the ibuprofen and just keeping on, because I wasn't going to not have a good time. But the thing that you realize about Vegas is you have to walk everywhere. I mean, to get to the craps table from our room was a big walk. I mean, there's just a lot of walk. But I had a good time. Again, I don't party too hard. I tried to hang with Jamie and John the first night, just live that life. And we didn't really hit it that hard at all. But I was like, wow, I can see, like, maybe when I was younger I could do this. But, man, we ran all over the place. We went to a restaurant out in one of the neighborhoods, and then we came back and we went to a bar at the top of like 62 floors up. And then we did something in between that. It just was like, it went on and on. We played craps. It was a blast. But physically, I was challenged through some of it. But I'm feeling pretty good. I was exhausted today. I really had, the reason I took such an early flight to LA is just in your mind, you think, well, I'm going to Los Angeles. I want to do something. I want to go to Pink's Hot Dogs, or I want to go to the Griffith Observatory and look at the Hollywood sign. So if I can get to Los Angeles as early as possible, bada boom, bada bing, no, it doesn't work like that. So we went to like a nice dinner last night. We played craps. We had to pack. And it was like, I don't know, 11 or 12 o'clock when you went to sleep. And then the alarm went off at 3 o'clock. By the time I got to the hotel, I was loopy. You saw it in the video. And so like all these great plans to run around Los Angeles. Yeah, I need more recovery time. To answer the question, Jay Mockingbird, thank you for the super chat. I need more recovery time. But yeah, so when I go home on the 1st, there's no plans between the 1st and the 30th. We've got a lot of stuff in place already, so it should be fine. But again, you never know. If some cool cruise pops up, maybe we do something in the middle of the month. Let's see. Jim, I don't know what your prayer need is, but we are with you. We will agree with you in that. So I hope things. I will remember you in my prayers. And anybody that's got good vibes, Jim is asking for some good vibes, so send it his way. Question: your opinion if masks will go away in light of the booster shots? I don't know. So again, I think cruising doesn't want to shut down, and cruising with a mask isn't that bad. Like, I know everybody's not into it, but, cruising right now, the best thing for them to do is have as many protocols as possible to keep the business open. And I know that's not exciting to everybody, but if they can get enough people that will cruise in that way with these restrictions and just be happy to cruise, now they've seen the demand. I think, me personally, I believe that the masking coming back was a greater deterrent than the vaccine requirements, because most people just in their mindset, they're like, I just don't want to do that. I'm not going to go on vacation and cruise with a mask. And I think it's very understandable, and if you can't get beyond that and try it, like for me, I was wearing a mask outside in Alaska because I wasn't really thinking about it anymore. I'm so accustomed to it. It wasn't a bother to me. I was just happy to be there. And so I think the cruise lines are going to be watching the numbers. If all of a sudden they can't get demand up in 2022 because the masking is still there and there's a different as long as the CDC, I think, says that you should be wearing a mask, they're going to recommend it just because they want to be in alignment with that, so they don't, rub it in the wrong way. But yeah, it's interesting. But I think the protocols are going to be here for 4, 5, 6 months. We'll have to see what happens as this whole booster conversation goes forward. Cruising for food. The lovely Wanda, I got to hang out with Wanda. It's probably is this the second time, Wanda? I think we only met one other time, but it was so fun to hang out with Wanda. Thank you for the super chat. We all appreciate all you do, and we're still cranking out the cruise news while in Vegas. You're a superstar. Yeah, I mean, it's what I do, right? I'm committed to this daily upload. I'm committed to the cruise life. I'm committed to you guys, and so yeah, I was late to the football meetup because I was trying to get a video uploaded, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. So that was pretty cool. But Wanda, thank you so much for the super chat. Pirate Tom, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Let's see. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any. No, I think I've got them all. I've got them all. I'm back at the bottom. Question, was it craps that you won slots? Are the odds better with craps over slots getting prepared for November cruises? Yeah, I just play craps. I don't like to play slots. The house edge is lower on craps, but slots are fun, right? If you hit a big jackpot, lucky Nancy Fields is in here. She hit some big jackpots over the weekend. Craps is a little bit of a grind, but you can play craps in a way where the house doesn't have a big advantage over you. So I like it. I like the social aspect of it. It was fun. Jamie and I stood. The coolest thing is this. The first time Jamie and I ever played craps together, right? We got #hot dice. The first time we ever played together, I had a really nice roll. I probably rolled for 20 minutes, and then a guy next to us rolled for about 20 minutes. And so in our first session, I think it's okay to say how much we won. We didn't buy in for a lot, but both of us won $200 in under an hour. And so that's pretty exciting. And so it made the expense of the rest of the evening. The drinks seemed a lot cheaper when you were up $200. And so it was fun. I mean, just the social camaraderie aspect of it. Like, I don't gamble in a way that's a lot of money. I just, to me, it's like some people pay $100 to go see a football game or something like that. That's, to me, I'm like, if I can spend $100 and have a few hours at the craps table with my friends, that's what I'm going for. I'm not trying to win thousands of dollars, but we had a good time. So our very first session together, and it's hot dice. It was very cool. Very cool. I don't know much about slots, so there are people out there that know a lot more about slots than I do. The way I play, so I play very conservative. There's a lot of crazy sucker bets. I saw this question. The way I play craps, and go watch the YouTube channel Color Up, but I play pass line with the 2 come bets, taking 1 times odds, and then I will increase those odds as I make profit. It's really the most conservative way you can play on the craps table and minimize the house edge. I've been playing like that for 25 years, or since I was 20, so 30 years. Ooh, gosh, 30 years since I was 20. Jenny, it's 30 years since I was 20. Oh my gosh. Is Jamie out there, man? Again, much love to Jamie and John. We had such a good time. I'm going to take this as a compliment. Jamie was impressed at how well John and I and all 3 of us together got to places on time. And I don't know what's the attributing factor, maybe all of our personalities melding together, but we were never late for anything, which was kind of nice. And we were always early, so it was neat. Bill Matson, no, Jenny, even though she's a slot player, she doesn't know everything about slots. Let me just say that. Jenny is a slot enthusiast. Isn't that right, honey? Am I being fair there? I don't mean that in a bad way. Jenny loves the thrill of the mini game. And I do too. There's so much fun when we sit together and we play slots, and all we want to do is see the mini game come up. We don't care what happens if we win $1 million. We just want the mini game. Or we want that machine to say Buffalo. Question from Elizabeth Jenkins. Getting ready to cruise. I realize my voice is a little hoarse after the weekend. Question, getting ready to cruise January on Carnival Dream to the Bahamas. Any tips on what's good? First time in the Bahamas. If you go to Nassau, I tell you what, the Bahamas doesn't have, these are not going to be the most beautiful ports that you see, but Bahamas are open for tourism, and so it's good. I don't know what else is open there. If anybody's been to Nassau lately and actually went into Nassau, I've had a good time in Nassau, though. They've got this place called the Pirate Republic, where there's pirate history. There's a chocolatier there, the Great Cliff Chocolatier. It just depends what you like to get into. So there's some things to do in Nassau, but hopefully you're going to a private island or one of those things that are going to have a lot of amenities. But Nassau itself is, when I cruised out of there, there was still a lot of stuff not open. So has anybody been to Nassau lately? Can help with that question. Let's see. Yeah, sorry, Marlene. Yeah, I know it seemed like there were a lot of people around Vegas, but we'll have to go back out there again. I don't ever play blackjack. Like it's too. Again, I like the social aspect. I like the standing around the table and clapping my hands and yelling at people. Jamie, did you make it home okay? John, did you guys make it home okay? Yeah, Kevin says that I don't ever want to be a peer runner. That's true. I don't want to be a peer runner. Question, are Jenny and I on the Celebrity Edge in January of 2022? No, we are not. Am I a Chargers fan now? Yes, Jamie, I was for that moment. The Chargers game was really good. Like, it was a classic. Hopefully I'm back. So the internet is a little sketchy here. I've gone on to my 5G phone now as my hotspot. Let's see. Hopefully this will work. How much time? We still got a half an hour left. That was what I was worried about. Like, as more and more people come in and start using the internet, we'll have to see if it's strong. So hopefully this is like this might be the only live that I can do this week. But is this strong? Somebody tell me in the chat. How are we doing on thumbs up? Only 396 thumbs up. I figured we would have 1,100 by now. I think for the fact that Jamie and I met for the first time this weekend, that should get us 1,000 likes. Had a great time meeting Jamie, met so many people, got to see Wanda, got to see the Fields, got to meet other creators, The Cruise World, Midlife Crazy, got to see our friend Jay Bowen. I'm going to miss somebody. We got to meet Kevin, Jennifer, Petey Bird, Ruth Todd, and Steve. I know I'm going to miss the name, so if I miss somebody out there, I apologize. But just off the top of my head, it was so really cool to meet everybody. Tony Jackson, it was pretty cool. What do you think, guys? Is it feeling pretty good? Coming through kind of weak. What the heck? So with no Starbucks, I'm regulated to the Diet Pepsi. Yeah, Michael Sullivan, there's a real discussion going on as to what kind of hamburger I should eat here. Again, I don't have a car, so I'm at the mercy of DoorDash or Uber Eats or delivery services, but I know In-N-Out is here. I just remember the old Beastie Boys song that said you got to have Fat Burger when you're way out west. And there is something called Fat Burger, so I don't know what that is. But yeah, I'd like to try that out. Pixelated low bandwidth. What's up, Commander Red Hawk? How are you, sir? Good to see you. There he is, Tony Jackson again. I did nap, so after I got that video, normally I try to answer comments for the first hour, and so I got the video uploaded, I answered comments for the first hour, I unpacked my bag, and then I took a nap, so I have had a nap. I slept for about 3 hours, actually, which was good. Let's see. So I'm excited. I can tell you guys that I'm excited about going on the Mardi Gras in 30 days with the beautiful Jenny. I'm not on a cruise right now. I don't have any cruises scheduled. A lot of people are saying that I could have cruised out of the West Coast, but I am purely here for a work conference, and then I will be going back to Florida for a whole month, and then a cruise with the beautiful Jenny. I have not heard from Don. Tracy, here's the thing. Let me just say it on the live stream in case it happens. I talked to Don about coming to this conference, and he said he wasn't going to come to this conference, but Don also likes to just show up sometime. So I've texted him. I haven't seen anything. I didn't see a new video today, so it would not surprise me. Hopefully he's fine, and we hear from him soon, or maybe he's trying to surprise me. So I got two scenarios going in my head. Something's wrong. So Don, if you see this, please contact me, or he's going to show up at the conference. So that's what I'm waiting for him to. Well, nobody knows what room I'm in. I'm not telling you guys, but I'm waiting to find him. I'm waiting to see what's up with Don. What are your thoughts on an October Alaskan cruise, Skip? I don't think they do it after September. Is it? I think it's over. I don't know 100%, but the longer it goes in the season, the closer it is to getting cold. Like you guys saw in the intro, it was a little cold and rainy, and then a lot of the animals start to migrate and go other places. So I went in September, and folks are saying early in the season might be better, but I enjoyed it. Like it was mind blowing. I got to work on that video after the show tonight. I'm going to be working on the Amazed and Bored, my Tales of Alaska. So that should be kind of fun. Yeah, moved to cruise with a kid. Yeah, it'd be cool if all of a sudden Don and I are going to sessions like schoolboys, listening to all the gurus. It's gonna be kind of fun. Yeah, because I know Don had made a plan to go on a West Coast cruise. Like I don't know if he was gonna go home, if he was gonna stay here because he was gonna do something on the panel. He could be on a cruise. I don't know. I don't remember what the dates were. Yeah, May to September. Thank you, Angela. Canadian geese are down there in Virginia heading south, flying in a V formation. In a V formation. Larry Thomas, I cannot wait to see you and Elaine, and I can't wait for you guys to meet Jenny. I think you guys are all going to be fast friends. Larry said, question, I was looking for the Greenland cruise when you announced it, and now it's gone. I think the thing sold out like within a half day. Like they announced it, and then people started booking, and then it was sold out. So I think the thing is sold out. And I meant to say this in a future video, so this is a good place to say it. If there is a cruise that you're interested in that sells out pretty quickly, figure out when the last payment date is. I actually got this from Sharon at Sea. So shout out Jamie, share this with Sharon. This is one tip that I always remember. When backtrack from the final payment date, and a lot of times cabins will become available. You got to be ready to pay pretty quick, but a lot of times cabins will become available for those cruises. And now I know that that's a big commitment of a cruise, so that may not work, but just cruises in general, if you missed out on something that's, that you could easily jump on, wait for that final payment date to pass and then try to book a cruise. But I think that Greenland thing filled up pretty quick. Toot sweet. Thoughts on the drink package on Majestic? Linda, I had it. I don't even know what I could get on it, but because I had it, I drank all the coffee and soda, and then every once in a while I was at the craps table, I'd have a White Russian or something like that. But I think it was good. I think it was included in my package, or it was super cheap. But I like the drink package when it's affordable to get all the, I was wore out on that cruise too because Alaska about kicked my butt. I'm like on a whole series of getting my butt kicked. But yeah, I drink a lot of Red Bull and stuff on that Alaska cruise just to get through those days. And so the drink package came in handy for me. But yeah, I don't remember exactly what it all entailed. Aaron Kennedy, thank you for the super chat. New sub here, have watched a few videos from my upcoming cruise with MSC. Your content is so cheery and informative. Thanks. Well, I appreciate it. I try to bring a positive spin, even in negative situations, and that's kind words, definitely encouragement. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. Rock. Let's see. Man, I'm so excited about this conference though, guys. Like I really loved it when I worked IT and I could go learn new stuff. Like my brain is just a sponge. And then sometimes it's, I got a few friends, like John and Jamie, Don, other friends that I can, talk YouTube with. But it's going to be nice that everybody here is going to be about talking about the YouTube. Sometimes, people can get annoyed when you're talking about the YouTube if they're not as into it. And so, but everybody that's going to be here is going to be into it. So I can't wait to spend like 3 days going, what do you think about your viewer retention rate? And what thumbnails get the best clicks? So I'm looking forward to it. Cape Liberty, New Jersey. Is that Bayonne? Yeah, Bayonne started sailing with the Oasis, so I think it's happening. Anthem of the season, November. I think, yeah, they're cruising out of there, so I would think it's going to be okay. Let's see. This is an interesting comment. Sherry Gully says, seems there's a lot of YouTubers getting paid to talk about how safe cruising is. Numbers must be low. I don't know of anybody that's getting paid to talk about safety for cruising. I don't know if you have that documented somewhere or where your information comes from, but me personally, I don't know anybody that's getting money to talk about how safe cruising is. So be careful jumping to assumptions if you don't have some solid evidence of that. because I can't imagine, like all the YouTubers I know, I don't think they would sell themselves out to, especially when it comes to safety. That would be ridiculous. Yes, Jen, I tested the fates in Vegas. I think I only got 4 crap sessions in. Like, I would have liked to have gambled more. And I'm about even. That means I lost a little bit, but had a good, the first session. This is what I like to do when I gamble. I played craps for about an hour and a half, and I was up $10 after an hour and a half. Now, you may say, well, that's not much money, but I always like to take a win to kind of set the tone of the trip, especially when I know there's going to be multiple sessions. So I took a win on the first one. The second session was that session with Jamie. We took a big win, and then I took a little loss, and then I took another little loss. So 4 sessions. Overall, it was a good time. I played roulette with Jamie for a minute, and somehow I lucked into winning $35, which was nice also. Let's see. That was a big clickbait story today. Oh, what, on some people getting paid to talk about safety? Oh, I gotta, if somebody's putting that out in the news, I gotta get on that, because that's ridiculous. Like, why would you do that? Why would you put your integrity on the line for a check? I don't know. Let's see. Yes, I completely nerded. Yeah, Tony Jackson, it was really nice to meet you, and yeah, I had so much fun. Yes, Dennis, I need to be, yeah, sometimes people say, oh, you get your, I was accused one time of getting paid by the government to talk about something, and it's like, all these checks that I should be getting, I would have a bigger house. I would own a house. I rent right now. So if all these entities want to start paying us big money to talk about stuff, I'll give you my phone number. I'm just kidding. I want to make my money by working, not by being dishonest. Let's see. Somebody's answering. Yeah, we're at the VidSummit's at Sheraton LAX. So the conference is here in the hotel. So I'm super excited. We have friends in Los Angeles that came out to the meetup. Big shout out to Ronald and Terry. We met them on one of our first group cruises. They came and they hung out at the meetup, and they got us all. They got Jamie and John and myself to go to the buffet at Caesars, and it was the most extravagant brunch I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, the peel and eat shrimp were already peeled, and they were huge. And so the funny thing is, the night before we were at a restaurant that was fairly reasonably priced, and the shrimp cocktail was like $18, which I did not get because I didn't think that was a good value. And then you go to this buffet where there's like 8 million pounds of shrimp included, that big old, like bigger than any cruise ship shrimp. They had a crawfish bowl, but they also had like Italian. They had a full charcuterie board with the, prosciutto. They had a sushi section, a Mexican section. I can't even do it justice. I was so overwhelmed I couldn't even film it. But if you're ever there, go to that Caesars buffet, the Bacchanal. I think I'm saying that wrong, but it was amazing. But shout out to Ronald and Terry. But they're here in LA too, so it's kind of interesting. Apparently LAX is just here by itself. Like I've looked at Uber to go to Pink's Hot Dog. I've looked at Uber to go to like the Funko store, to the Griffin Observatory. Everything's like $60 or $70 and it takes an hour just to get like 15 or 20 miles. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay here and go to the conference and then go home. But it's pretty wild. Pretty wild. Yeah, Caesars is for real. Tony, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, would you give LAX airport a rating of 1 or 2? So I don't know how you judge it, but I got off a plane and I walked directly to baggage claim, and I picked up my bag and I went out and jumped on the free airport shuttle and got to this hotel all within a half an hour. To me, that's pretty good. So based on my experience, I mean, I would give it a 10, but I didn't have a bad experience. I just had the gate that I got off was right next to baggage and my bag was there. So it was good. Let's see. I'm 1 mile from an In-N-Out. In-N-Out was not on the stupid, well, I only looked on Uber Eats. I'll have to look on DoorDash because I really want an In-N-Out burger because Jamie and John got that on the way, and now I'm jealous. Let's see. Yeah, no, the cool thing, again, I'm going to give props to the people that organized this. All you had to do was come to the airport and you got to the conference. So I hadn't had to deal with traffic. It's cool. I dig it. Okay, good. So where's Don at, HD? Where's that from? That's right, Terry takes it. Did you guys remember, oh brother, where art thou? The geographical oddity. 3 days from everywhere. Yeah, hour to get everywhere. All right, I'll look at DoorDash because I use both of those. We've been using Uber for a while. Jenny's been on the Uber kick, Uber Eats, but I'll do that. People, have you clicked the like yet? That's a great question. I don't know. I see we have 553 thumbs up and 5 thumbs down. Thumbs down are losing. Sorry. But yeah, make sure you hit one of those buttons. Yeah, I know everybody has their favorite burger. This is the way I am about pizza and burgers and all that. I'm not going to kick any of them out of bed. Like, you know, why not try In-N-Out while I'm here? You guys need to get over it. Give some love to the burger. Love the one you're with. That's the saying, right? Love the one you're with. I screwed up though when I was in Vegas. When I got to Vegas, I was waiting for John and Jamie to show up because they had the In-N-Out burger. I went to the burger place in New York, just some no-name burger place. The burger was delicious, I'll tell you that. But if I'd have just walked out around the corner a little bit, there was a Shake Shack, which I've had Shake Shack in Dallas before. It's pretty legit. I hate that I didn't get Shake Shack. I did have Del Taco today. Somebody told me I should get Mexican food in LA, and the Uber Eats was full of really good Mexican restaurants. I went with Del Taco. Be proud of me. It was delicious. How hard is it for you to stay up to date on events while traveling? Just being in Vegas, I missed out on a lot of things. Hey, Kevin, it was so great to meet you. Not hard. I mean, I worked every day, at least, you know, multiple times a day. I'm searching for the cruise news. And before I went to the football meetup, I did a video. And so it's part of my process. So it's not too hard. I mean, that day that we literally, you know, if you look at Friday and Saturday, I already had those vlogs put up for Alaska. And so I didn't really think too much about it. I'm like, Friday, I'm just committing to the John Jamie show the whole day. I'm not going to think about anything. Saturday, the same way, because I already had that video up. But then by Sunday, by that time that was rolling around, I'm like, oh, I need to get some cruise news going. I need to see what's going on in the space, especially if I'm getting paid. I'm just kidding. That story annoys me. Like, Jenny, you got to send me the link because that story annoys me a lot. The thing that annoys me is I hear all these speculations about, like, people just talk out of their, I won't cuss on here, but imagine what people talk out of. And, you know, most of the time people don't know anything about it. Like, I've met so many people that will tell me about what a YouTube business is that have zero clues, you know, and it's just people just talking out of the back of their head that don't know anything. And I get so frustrated. Like, look, if you got a legitimate complaint, if you know what you're talking about, let's have that conversation. But just to be putting stuff out in the world that's false based on nothing, am I right? Sorry, this is a passionate topic for me. Like, it's like going to the I mean, I guess auto mechanic's a bad one, but could you imagine going to somebody's job and you know zero about their job, how it works, how they get paid, how they do anything, and being like, I think this is what's going on in your life. It's crazy. Okay. Smoky Traveler, thank you so much for the super chat, for the In-N-Out and the info. Yeah, what I'm hoping, and on some level, I don't know what the evenings are going to be like here, so we have sessions all day, and hopefully we do some networking, some camaraderie. Maybe somebody will make an In-N-Out run, or I'll meet some people, but if there's nothing going on in the evening, I am going to try to hook up with my friend Ronald here, so who knows? Maybe I'll get some In-N-Out. Thank you, Smoky Traveler, for the kind super chat. Super chat. Crystal just got off the breeze. Pretty sure a crime was committed. Cabin red taped and signs stated, well, we'll have to see if anything's reported. Certainly not, but we can't be naive and think that crime does not occur on cruise ships. Do you know that the most frequent crime, and this is for public service, the most frequent crime on a cruise ship is actual sexual assault? And so stranger danger on cruise ships, a buddy system, make sure you have situational awareness. Don't drink to the point where you're not in control of yourself, because you're getting on a spot with thousands of people, and statistically there's going to be when you get enough people together, there's going to be 1 or 2 bad people. And so we make cruising sound like the greatest thing ever, but just remember that the crimes do happen at sea, and sometimes there's less jurisdiction, it's not like being a crime happening in the US. So there's that. Let's see. Do you teach others about how to start YouTube? Carol, I don't a whole lot. I've been wanting to work on some stuff, and when I get some more bandwidth, that's really what I'm hoping to accomplish. I have a whole bunch of things that I would like to share along those lines, but I realize the limitations that I have. Like, there's other things that I want to do, but really putting out a daily show and keeping up to date with everything that's going on cruising, and really kind of, everything that is Lido, Loca from that side, the stuff that Jenny and I do together, we're stretched pretty thin. And so I'm hoping that I'm going to get some skills here where I can output some of that work and really dig into some other creative stuff, some other helpful stuff. But right now, the answer to that question is no, I don't really help other people with the YouTube. I have answered tons of questions throughout time, but I think I would like to come up with something more organized to help people with YouTube. I just haven't had the bandwidth for that yet. In and Out is right across the street from LAX. Cool. I'm not looking to walk anywhere. I did that all last weekend. So if I can get somebody to bring it to me, I'm going to be fine. Let's see. Is Mohegan Sun out here, Larry? No, that's where you live. Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Mohegan Sun. I've seen that on a lot of poker shows. Krispy Kremes. Lakeside Restaurant at the Wynn was legit. Yeah, so John took us to this restaurant in the Wynn called Lakeside, and they had a fake waterfall. I'm going to call it fake now. Did we decide whether there was water or not? But every 15 minutes they would show a show, and make sure you're watching the ship show and sharing at sea because they filmed all of it, and it's going to look pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's see. Double Animal. Yeah, I heard the animal is the thing to do. Love the one you with. No, that song's stuck in my head. I see the question there. Okay, Dennis, they already answered. All right, people being interviewed in the library. Okay, well, yeah, I don't know anything about that story, Crystal. So, yeah, I'd hate to speculate on a crime. Yeah, Vicky, I saw that story. That's a story I want to talk about, that Royal maybe have found a way to offer testing at the port. That's going to be a big, that might be tomorrow's news story if I'm going to dig into that. Let me say this since Jamie is here. Normally Jamie at Sharon at Sea, they do their show Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, which what I just now realized, since they live in Arizona, I mean, I've realized it before, it's only 6 o'clock. This is really cool to be able to do a show from 6 to 7 and then still have like 5 or 6 hours to do more stuff. I like it. When we do our show at 9 o'clock, I'm so hyped for the next hour. I'm trying to figure out how to go to sleep. So this is cool. This is cool. Debbie says, Doug and I enjoy watching. First cruise in 2 years, 22nd anniversary. Congratulations. Congrats. I like the joke, you are here, no I'm not, then better stop spreading the rumor. There you go. I'm just looking at the questions. Get the 4x4 with a shake. Is this at In and Out? Yeah, no, I haven't had dinner yet, so if it's on the DoorDash, I might get, there's a restaurant downstairs, but it's pricey, so the DoorDash is cheaper. Do I get comp cruise for playing at the casino? Blaine, we have gotten some some casino offers. I think Jenny, it's weird, the slot players get it more than the table person, and I risk more money than Jenny does, but I don't risk like thousands of dollars or anything. Jenny might risk hundreds of dollars, and she gets casino offers a lot. And so I don't know that we've got 1 or 2 free cruises. We've gotten a free cruise from playing the My Vegas game. But yeah, it's wild. I mean, if you're like a known casino player, and I don't know what the number is. I know the fields get free cruises. I don't know what the number is, but if you play in the casino, you're going to get offered cruises, which is pretty nice. But they're going to want you to gamble, so. Marlene, that's a very sweet statement. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's sometimes it hits you right in the face that the work that we're doing is helpful, and so it means a lot when somebody says it. So thank you very much. Yeah, so there's Nancy. She never pays for a cruise. Are there any vloggers going to have a video of the Radiant's inaugural sailing? Sherry, I don't know anything that anybody has going on. So if it's a brand new ship, somebody's going to be on it. So yeah, be on the lookout after that sailing. A smoky traveler, I can't eat a 4-patty burger. I mean, I know I'm a big guy, but just because I'm big, it doesn't mean I eat like a gavoon. That's a term that Jenny told me. I really hope that's not insulting. But yeah, I don't think I could eat a 4-patty burger. Oh, look at that. David says that the Carnival Cruises Long Beach Embarkation Debarkation Facility is a giant geometric dome that used to hold the Spruce Goose. Where's the Spruce Goose at now? I'd like to see that. That's the Howard Hughes. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see. Yeah, no, Ginger, like when I've gambled for such a long time, you used to be able to interact before computers. Like you could Jenny has been with me before where we asked the pit boss for dinner, and the guy writes you a comp ticket, and it's just different now with the computers. And so it's sad to me because it used to be a lot better for table players when it came to comps and just some dude making a decision or lady making, whoever the pit boss was, making a decision whether or not to give you a comp. Let's see. Larry says, how much was the wine dinner on the Majestic? I think that was only $40, Larry. We got invited to that. I mean, I did have to pay for it. I'd have to look up my bill. I think that the chef's table was 120 or 110, and they give you a cookbook. I really need to... I got to make that video. I'm going to put those two videos together of those two meals because those were fantastic. But the wine dinner, I think, was only $40. And that was a really good dinner for $40. You got try a lot of different wines, and the food was fantastic. It was really cool. Thank you for the super chat. Spruce Goose is gone. That's a bummer. Let's see. Yeah, so Joe is saying, yeah, that seems to be true that the slot players get more love. No, not a gaboon like a primate. I think it's gaboon. I don't know what it means. It could be offensive, so I better quit saying it. There's a V in it, though. Ruby Johnson, what's up? All right, so we got 668 likes. We're about 12 minutes from the show ending. I think you've done as good as you can. I don't think we can get any more than 668 likes. I'll just say that. How about that? Ooh, the crab dinner was good in Alaska. All right, so Kevin says he gets 2 4x4s. Man, I'm going to have to... All right, I'll wait till the show's over to see. How do you like the weather here in Los Angeles? I didn't go outside. Well, when I went down to the lobby to find out that the Starbucks was cold, it was chilly. Like, is it chilly out there? I don't know what the temperature is. But out the window, I've been looking all day. It's just been gray and foggy. So I don't know if that's what it's always going to do. I feel like I'm close to Venice Beach, like or Muscle Beach or Venice Beach or whatever. And I've always seen sunny pictures there. So at some place, there's got to be sun somewhere. I don't know. Question I wanted to ask, what is the brand of black jacket you wore in Alaska? That was by Columbia. It was green and black. Is that what you're talking about? The only problem I had with it, and I returned it, is the first time I put my hand in the pocket of it, the whole pocket ripped open. And I mean, I have big hands, but I mean, not like rip pocket open big hands. And so I sent it back, but I would actually get it again. It was perfect for keeping you warm and dry. Evergreen Aviation Museum in McMinnville, Oregon. How about that? A boar. That might not be the word either. Oh, Jenny, you're the one that told me that. Oh, crude manners. That's what it is. Country bumpkin. Is that what you say when you say gaboon? I always thought you meant it was somebody who ate a bunch. Jenny teaches me all kinds of language. Yeah, so it didn't feel cold when I got off of the shuttle, but I just walked right into the hotel. Now that Jeff Gordon he's retired a few years ago. Like here, I can go on a whole Jeff Gordon rant. I feel like Jeff Gordon shared all of his good data with Jimmy Johnson, and then that's why Jimmy became dominant. There was a time I really thought Jeff Gordon would have the most wins in NASCAR, surpassing Earnhardt Sr., but, after Gordon left, I don't really have a favorite driver. We stopped watching it. I think after Senior passed, so what was great, my brother and I really got into NASCAR at the same time. He's a Earnhardt Sr. fan. I was a Gordon fan. The first race I went to, Gordon won. The second race we went to in Talladega, Earnhardt Sr. won. And we watched racing for a couple years. But I think after Senior passed, we both kind of felt weird about it. But yeah, so I don't follow it much anymore. But I think the race was here in here or was in Las Vegas this past weekend. Dina, cruising through life, man. I've been thinking about you quite a bit. Much love and many prayers. So I'm glad to see you here. In and Out. What's up with my autocorrect? What did you say about In and Out? Is it good? That's right. You're here in California. California. Wish Schwarzenegger was still the governor. Let's see. I don't think In and Out offers delivery, but it's a 15. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get out and walk. I tell you what, I'm really trying to rest up and energize for this conference, and so a bunch more walking is not. I'll have to pass on the In and Out if I have to walk to get it. I thought I finally heard a plane. I slept okay, like I napped okay, like I finally could hear some plane noise. In the beginning I couldn't, but when it got super quiet and I was trying to nap, that's it. All right, well look, you guys got up to 725. I didn't even think that was going to happen. Who's cruising? Anybody cruising this week? What's the most exciting thing happening cruise-wise this week? That's right, Marlene. Gavoon is a New York thing. No, Gordon was definitely a partial owner. Again, we could go into some deep NASCAR talk. I mean, it made sense for Gordon to, like that. So Childress, is it Childress? Not Childress. Well, I can't even remember. But the guy that owned Gordon gave him a chance by letting him be a co-owner in Jimmy Johnson. So it makes sense that he would make him a winner. A winner. Hendricks, that's what I was thinking. Hendricks Racing. Carnival Pride on Sunday. That's exciting. Karen Robertson, I hope you're ready for Halloween. We don't have a costume yet. I think time is running out. Ronald, L.A. Ronald, man. One of the highlights of the weekend, just hanging out with Ronald and Terry. Thank you guys again. So much fun to hang this weekend. And depending on what's going on this week, apparently I got to go to In-N-Out Burger, so you might have to help me. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Thank you so much for the super chat. And Jenny misses you. Like I kept sending Jenny pictures of you guys, and she was so she would have loved the brunch. Jenny would love the brunch. Of course, I've told you that, but thank you guys so much for the super chat. Very kind. Very kind. If you guys ever get to meet L.A. Ronald, he's one cool dude. I'm just saying that. Ruby's not cruising until January. It's not good. What is that? Just came off the Mardi Gras. Way too big. Yeah, I'm interested to see. So, like, I've seen a lot of footage of the Mardi Gras, and there's a lot of spaces that look really cool to me, but it's going to be interesting to see how the whole thing feels. I'll definitely have to try to film that ship to get a sense of it. It'll be pretty interesting. Did you guys like the Alaska vlogs? Those were the first vlogs I felt like doing. Like, sometimes when I go to Cozumel now, I'm like, who cares? We've all been to Cozumel. I don't really want to vlog here. I just want to enjoy Cozumel. But I really was excited to film new stuff in Alaska. And I hope you guys enjoyed the footage. You know, of course, you got the normal, oh, this isn't what I would have done in Alaska, and you suck at going to Alaska kind of comments. But that's what cruising is. Like, we all figure it out as we go, and we try different things. And I'll definitely try different things when I go the next time. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Alaska a lot. So, yeah, it's pretty fun. Texas Pepito says In-N-Out is fresh. I'm going to have to try it. Oh, Jenny B, they are cool. Yeah, Billy J Travels, they were, I never was like cold. I got rained on a lot. That was more the thing. G'day, Tony. The unknown PowerPoint on the Majestic Princess cruise you did to Alaska is in Australia. Oh, yeah, that's right. Thanks to all my friends from Oz, all the Australians. What's funny is Jenny and I both worked fast food. I think we talked about this before, but and we both made biscuits. Like, I worked for Burger King, and I made biscuits from scratch, even though Jenny thinks they were frozen. And she made biscuits for Hardee's, which I think were frozen anyways. But the main biscuit cooking oven in fast food is this thing by a company called Blodgett. And so it's like, throw another pan of biscuits in the Blodgett was something that you would hear around the fast food. but it had a pronged, like a twist in power thing that looked like it would have fit in that thing. That's what I was saying, but that's interesting that it was Australian. Thank you for the information on that. Daniel, have we been on a Halloween cruise? Yeah, that's when our first group cruise was well, did we do the spring before the Halloween? We do a Halloween group cruise every year. Of course, last year's got canceled, but we will be on this Halloween. We have costume contests. It's a lot of fun. Let me just say that if you're interested in cruising with Jenny and I, we do have our group cruises listed, most of them, at lalidaloca.com/group cruise. You can cruise with the Loca fam. I'll make it sound like a commercial. You can cruise with the Loca fam. Go check out the schedule and jump on a group cruise today. It's so quiet over here. It's freaking me out. John loved the In-N-Out. What am I going to eat for dinner? That's the question. Jenny and I still considering a luxury cruise. Yeah, at some point we really want to jump on one of these next lines. Again, we're kind of waiting like everybody else for cruising to get restarted more fully, and we're, it's going along swimmingly, but we're seeing like the main lines come on first. Hopefully by 2020, into 22. I think 2022 is still going to be a challenging year, to be honest. It's, things are going to be opening up, but there's still going to be a lot of contention around protocols and stuff like that. Prayers to heaven that maybe in 23 travel can be normal and we can start just worrying about the travel and not worrying about the challenges. I think when we get to that point in life that we'll be looking to try like luxury and stuff that we haven't tried before. Let's see. Thanks, Jamie. Jamie said it was awesome to finally meet and hang out all weekend. Long overdue. Man, we had a great time. We really did. I can't wait till we do it, of course, with the wives, so that Jenny and Sharon and Kelly can all be together. But I couldn't, I haven't had that good a time in a long time. And so appreciate you, Jamie and John, for dragging me around Vegas and letting me crash your meetup. And it was a blast. It was a really stellar time. Really stellar time. Chuck asked my favorite question. What was my favorite cruise? My favorite cruise is my next cruise, which will be on the Mardi Gras. I still my favorite cruise. Like, I got to rank all the group cruises up there because, like, L.A. Ronald here. If we didn't have a group cruise, I would not have the friend Ronald. And it's just wild the way that it works. Like, it's so hard for me to connect virtually, and so I love when I can meet people face to face and really make a connection. And so all of those group cruises are special to me. And then the Princess cruise was really the Caribbean Princess, the first cruise Jenny and I kind of went on together, and we kind of had like we were couples doing couples things, having nice romantic dinners. That cruise holds a special place in my heart. But then the reason I like the cruise is I like good entertainment, I like good food, and I like to gamble, and I like ships. And that all converged in the Oasis of the Seas. That's probably still my favorite cruise because all of those tick boxes got checked in big ways. So if you took all the social aspect out of it and just had me by myself on a cruise ship, that Oasis would, I'm a super happy guy on Oasis. So that was pretty cool. Good night, Commander Red Hawk. All right, so it's almost the end of the hour. I got some work I got to do, and that work includes finding an In-N-Out burger. But look, I appreciate you guys popping in on a Monday night. There probably won't be another live this week, and so I wanted to make sure that we had a live show. We'll be back next week on Tuesday. I'll be back home, and Jenny and I will be doing the live show, and probably more stories to tell from LA. Again, LA is not much of a cruising story this week. I'm here to learn more about YouTube, and I'm kind of excited about it. And so I'll probably be gushing about that when I get home. But thanks everybody for all the continued support. Thank you guys for watching the videos. If you're new here, please subscribe, hit the like button, do all of the things. We're trying to chase Don down in the numbers. It's a friendly competition between Don and I. If you're not subscribed to Don, you should subscribe to Don. Make sure you subscribe to John at The Ship Show and Jamie at Sharon at Sea. Of course, the whole families that go along with all of that. The Ship Show, Sharon at Sea Travel. They're going to have a lot of great content from this meetup in Las Vegas. And so, if you want to see really what happened in Vegas, they got the goods. And I'm assuming that the live show that they do next week on Monday, and John will probably be talking about Las Vegas on Wednesday night. great. So make sure you subscribe to those channels so you can get all the deets when it comes to Las Vegas. All right, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Jenny B, I love you. Miss you. And thanks, everybody, for the super chats and all the loves and all the thumbs up. And now it's time to get on with Los Angeles. And I got to find dinner. All right. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. This is Tony with Lido Loca. And until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido.